2022 is still getting off the ground and the market's still taking shape, but one thing we know for sure is that if you were a buyer in 2022, it's time to get uncomfortable, because if you want to get your goal of getting into the house that you want, guys, it's like sitting there watching a train go by and going, man, I really wish that train would come to me. We're gonna have to run, we're gonna have to get uncomfortable if we wanna jump onto that train. So here's 3 ways that you can get a little bit uncomfortable in a wisdom-filled way to make sure that you're putting yourself in a great position and getting your offer accepted here in 2022. Okay, so number 1, you actually get fully approved. And I know many of you are like, what? I got approved. I talked to my lender. I got this piece of paper. Look, I should go get whatever I want now. No, it's different. What it is first, in the beginning, you had what's called a pre-qual, which was like, just tell me how much you make, tell me all that other stuff, and I'll write you a piece of paper. Then you had pre-approval, where the lender looks at everything, they take into consideration what's going on, and they get a full underwriting based on what you provide. A full underwriting, a full approval basically means that they've reviewed everything you got. So your tax returns, your pay stubs, all of that. It's all come in and they've checked the box that basically says, you're good to go. So the only separate part of the equation that needs to be added is the house. So that means the appraisal will come in and then you've got your approval all ready to go. It's one way to really increase your chances of getting your offer accepted, because you do not have to have that loan approval. You are approved. Number 2, have funds ready to allocate towards an appraisal deficiency. After working with tons of sellers this last year, I can tell you that one of their biggest concerns is making sure that the property appraises. So when you're able to sit there and either release the appraisal contingency altogether because you have a sufficient down payment, or you sit there and go, look, I've got my 20% down, I've got an extra 50,000 or 30,000 or 20,000, whatever that number is, that I will allocate towards an appraisal forgiveness, so that if it doesn't come in at value, if there's a risk that it comes in 10, 20, whatever that number is under, and it's already encapsulated in the appraisal forgiveness, we're not coming back to renegotiate. And I know it puts, the buyer goes, oh my gosh, it's one more thing. I'm telling you, as far as the sellers are concerned, not having that risk out there is huge, and it puts you in a very, very good place going forward. All right, number 3, and this is the one that most people have the most difficulty with. What it is you are removing a physical contingency release. Hold, what? I know, sounds crazy. Let me walk you through it. You're targeting properties that have all reports on file already. You review them the minute you see them. On top of that, you get your contractor, your dad, anyone else that you want to see the property, you get them in again prior to the offer review date. You have all of that front loaded. So then when you're willing and able to go ahead and write that offer, you've removed that physical contingency. You're not coming back and renegotiating over something. On top of that, like we just discussed, you're already fully approved for your loan. And your appraisal you either removed or you've got an appraisal deficiency built in. So guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you wanna be successful in 2022, it's not about being comfortable. There's not gonna be a level of comfort in this year. I do not see it. It's gonna be about putting the things together and taking the steps to put yourself in the best position for success. And it is gonna be the people that get uncomfortable are gonna get the houses that they want. And it sucks. I know it's tough. And the thing I want you to remember is when you see a house, when you walk a house, when you imagine what it's like opening Christmas presents with the kids, or imagine walking out to this amazing view, 50 other people saw it and feel the exact same way. So what are we doing to sharpen our sword, to stand out, to be different, so that when we're reviewing those offers at the end of the day, you're the one that the seller picks? So if you have questions, you want to strategize a little bit more, trust me, we're always here to help. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.